21 Savage just dropped his 4th official album, What Happened to the Streets. And with production credits from Southside, Wheezy, Zaytoven and more, you already know it's a hit. But what makes his beats so special, and how can you make them yourself? Well, in this video, I'll be showing you the exact blueprint to making dark melodies, hard-hitting drums, and mixing to an industry level. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so one of my favorite tracks on the album is the first one called Where You From. So I'm going to base my beat around that. I'll match the BPM at 122. We're just going to start with a nice grand piano. I like this Noir one. Where You From is in C sharp minor, but you don't have to copy the exact scale. You could use a different one, like we could go with B minor for now. And the main part of the beat is that repetitive piano melody. So I'm going to create something kind of similar. So this is just a B minor chord, but I've got the middle note up an octave and the root note on top. Maybe I could drop this one down. Let's change the snap to a third beat. We're just going to think of a catchy pattern. No thought process here. I'm just going with whatever sounds right. Yeah, maybe back there. And you'll notice, like I always say for dark beats, you want to use these semitones, half steps, just the notes close together. Bring it down an octave. Alright, so I like that. I'm just going to make it a bit more realistic by moving some of the notes off grid. Playing with the velocity too. So I like to do some manually. And of course, we can also use Alt and R to randomize it. Bring the level of the whole thing down. Now what might work is if we copy this and then copy the whole thing, but bringing the second half up an octave. Right? And then that can just kind of play throughout the whole thing. Let's get some more bass notes in. Could even try it in a different key. Oh, that's kind of hard. You know what? I might leave it on B minor for now though, because to get some more texture out of it, we can render it to an audio file and then pitch it up. But for now, let's just keep working on it. Maybe we could bring the color down a bit, just to get more of a dark vibe. Throw on some reverb. Maybe we'll go for a different preset though. Try one of these cathedrals. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, I'm gonna give it a tiny bit of delay as well. Something like this, but with the feedback kind of mixed down. It's a salt one. Actually, let's bring the color up. I think that sounds better. Alright, next up I'm hearing some strings. You can use any sustained strings, and I'm going to layer just the chords. Yeah, maybe something like that. Let's copy this one. Well, let's get rid of this one. You can randomize the velocity again. I'm just thinking of having that just play through. And nothing too crazy. Key to making dark melodies and making them sound tense is to not change the notes too much. If you look at my bass note, it's really just B playing all the way through. With these string chords, I'm just following the notes in the piano, and again, just making subtle changes. It's just less melodic and relaxing. I don't want those strings taking up too much space though. I'm going to filter these. Where You From, there's also this synth pad sound, so I'm going to try and find something similar. Usually when I get to this stage where I've got my main melody and then something laid with it, I want to start thinking about counter melodies, accents and textures. But because the way the piano is, I don't think it needs a completely separate counter melody. So I just want to find a few weird sounds that give it an interesting texture. Let's pull up Co-Producer on the master channel. This is going to listen to what we've got so far. Set the key, it's B minor. Now if we type something in like dark synth pad, it's analyzed our audio and it's going to find sounds that go with it. We can have a listen to these. Ooh, see like this one. This one sounds crazy. I think this will sound sick to just play underneath it. Yeah, so let's bring this in. It's already going to match the project BPM. What if we pitch it up? That might be better. Just have that playing all the way through. Or maybe with the second one, if we hold Alt, double left click, we can bring this down an octave. And it's doing the opposite of the piano, so it might just work. Yeah, I'm feeling that. It's barely noticeable, but you feel it, which is what I needed. All right, I still want something else. I think I want some type of like drone or just one note that's going to sound kind of warped. Let's type in synth drone. Yeah, so some of these could work. Let's try filtered string pad. Oh, this one could work. Drag this in as well. Co-producer's just sick for those quick ideas, man. Then we could just drown it out with some reverb. Just keeping it more as background texture. I'm thinking just for one note, we could use something like this. Try something else too. Let's try some staccato strings. I'm just looking for some that can play at the end of every 4 or 8 bar. That's what I'm saying. That's another one that's just going to sit nicely in the background. I think those strings should play by themselves though. Not there. This could be the one. What I might do with this one though is just gradually fade it in. Yeah, that could go hard. Alright, that might be all the layers we need, but sometimes I just like to run that through co-producer again. I'll leave the text blank and then just see if it recommends something that I might not have thought about. If we delete that, we're going to re-listen because we've got new layers now. Yeah, let's leave it blank. All right, so now if we look, a lot of the recommendations are actually drums, so it's probably a sign that I was right and it doesn't really need anything else. And by the way, if you want to try co-producer for yourself, Output have kindly sponsored this video, so I'll leave a link in the description so you can try it for free and get 50% off your first paid month. I want to take this one step further though. I'm going to split this part in and just do a simple structure. I'll have one section with everything except this cello, one section without the strings in the pad. I might just save those for a bridge. We'll see anyway. I'll copy these out again just in case we need it for an intro. Bring the piano back here. Remember, I said I wanted to change the key. But first, I'm going to take everything, route them to a separate track. This just creates what's called a bus, so everything's grouped together. Now, on the bus, I just want to try some type of tape recorder. It might be too much. Maybe this one, though. Bring that noise back a bit. Yeah, this is the one. So now that we like that, I'm going to render this and then just try and pitch it up like 3. Ooh, that's giving me that dark vibe now. That sounds hard. All right, let's get some drums in. The drums, we're going to be using my latest Pyroverse trap bundle. Want something hard hitting? Maybe this trip one. What a favor snare. Try this. Yeah, let's copy that. Got this pitch down as well. We could just grab a simple hat. Just like this one, that with every 2-step. I like this ASIN one as well. Now we can just see where some rolls fit. Think about this one though. Yeah, so this could work. Copy this. Let's try bringing this last one down. So nothing too crazy. Don't need to overdo it with the rolls. All right, let's grab an open hat. Maybe this one. It's gonna have that repeating. When the 808 hits on it, it's just gonna make it sound way harder. Okay, I'm going to use the spins because it's just the industry standard 808, but we're going to add some distortion so it's more like where you're from. You're only going to get that hard hitting sound if you've got a soft clip on the master. I'm just adding a roll on this note here. Here's a quick trick for making your 808 stand out. I want to add distortion, but I don't want it to affect the low end. I've got this sound. I'm going to add the frequency splitter. I'm also going to sidechain to an empty insert. On the frequency splitter, we can right click and select that insert for the mids and the highs. Then just make sure you turn these off. Otherwise, it will double them up. Now, if you listen, we've just isolated the mids and highs. So if we add something like fruity fast distortion, it's only going to affect those frequencies. That sounds crazy. Just dial it back. Alright. This is before. And this is after. If you feel like it's messing up your low end, just bring this frequency band up. The kick. Sounding mad. You know what, even though we've only got 5 drum layers, that's honestly all you need for these type of beats. You could add some perks, but I don't feel like it needs it. I always like to make changes in the 8-weight, so I'm going to group these patterns together just so we have a 16-bar one, and just switch a couple things up here. Maybe just bring this up. Same here. Might cut this one here. Now let's split the drums, bring them back out here for the intro. I'm thinking maybe we pitch this down an octave, then we could add some type of filter. Or maybe instead of that one, we could do Stretch Pro. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm gonna automate this, copying the value, and then pasting it here. So it's just gonna gradually rise up. Maybe some filter. Yeah, it's usually my favorite one to add. And automate this too, have it on, and then just gradually come off before the drop. You know what though, I think I want that playing with these textures. I'm just gonna render that out again. All right, let's pull up Poison. Just wanna see if we can find a good bass for the intro too. This one's kind of crazy. If I send it to the same inset as the melody, that filter will just match it now. I just want to make some quick cuts in the hats. Like here. Maybe one more. In this part, we can make some cuts in the hats. Same again here. Then what I'm thinking is, in this part, we could cut the 8-weight and the kick. Let's cut the open hat too. Now we've got that cello sound coming in. What if we bring this intro bass in? Then I think it could just loop back around. Why not try those filters again too? Let's copy this over and do the same with the formant here. Maybe we just cut all the drums. Quick idea. This one's going to be a bit of a different arrangement. Second bridge will be like the intro, but with the first bridge, I'm just pitching the whole thing up an octave and just leaving the 8-weights playing through. When I do these high octave parts, I like to add some reverb to it, just to get it sounding really different to the rest of the track. And we can automate that too. But it's just going to play in that one section. And then it'll drop back into the hook. Last thing I'm going to add, just for a bit more atmosphere, is something in my Planet Drill bundle. We'll go to the one-shot kit and textures. I'm just going to add some rain. Just going to give it that dark vibe. Yeah. Almost sounds like a movie in the intro. Alright, let's hear it from the beginning. Yeah, with all those textures, we've just got that proper intro to the album sound.
Cactus.
Sounding crazy. Now we've got the kick coming in. Drums just playing all the way through. We've got this break here. We've got that rain texture in too. So I hope you guys are feeling this one. If you want to check out co-producer, the link's in the description. Or for more videos, just click up here.